Right, folks, happy Wednesday, and I'm going to get to my next project. I'm just going to get straight into it. So I've got something for in the house that needs to go here. I've been commandeered off the boss, aka Shelley, to make something for the house, but this will be something that I'll probably make to order and sell on various selling platforms. So at the end of the video, you'll see the finished item in situ. And I just want you to let me know what you think, your honest, true opinion before I start making these to try and sell them. Now, this is something anybody can do. It might look a bit technical for beginners and that, but really, it's not. And if I can do it, anybody can do it, really, to be honest. Oh, look, there's the best bit of television you'll ever watch. And don't forget, get binge watching it. And if you can, subscribe to the channel. So anyway, this is what's in my mind. If you can work that out, please let me know. Drop it in the comments because I sure can't. But that's how I start everything. So hello and let's go. So what I'm using is a combination of 6x1, 1x6. I don't know what you call it in the States or Canada. But over here in the UK, we call it 6x1. This is planed pine. And I'm going to use a combination of this and some of the 4x2 that I milled down in one of the previous projects. I've still got some of that left, which is coming really handy. Now, it would be handy if I knew how to work the electric. So just wait to fire the old beast up. What I need there is I need some sort of thing. I don't know what it's called. You'd probably have to let me know. Where when I use the tool and switch the tool off, the hoover goes off. Something that links to that electric. So let me know in the comments what that's called, because I haven't got a clue. It's just off the top of my head. Somebody mentioned it to me in one of the other videos. I need to get such a thing, but I've lost the actual comment, and it made sense to me because the noise, if I can cut out the noise, and obviously it'll save a bit of electric as well, I think. So I'm just, there's that milled up 4x2 I used, and I'm making this off the top of my head. I've got no real sizes, dimensions or whatever, but I've gone for just what the size is off that wall. So it's 100 centimetres high by 60 centimetres wide. I'm unsure what that is in inches, and you can make this any size that you want. There's a few things I've not done before that I'm doing in this project, like the pocket hole joinery, which I did in the sort of last project, but not very well. And it's all a learning curve, so I'll keep carrying on with learning all the time. And that's what you should do. And I really enjoy it, and you should really enjoy it too. So I'm just lining that cut up. And if anybody wants dimensions or anything like that, any sort of tools I'm using, anything, to know anything, just drop us a comment and I'll get back to you. I don't know how you can inbox me yet on YouTube. I've no idea. I've no idea how it works. It's just all a new learning curve, this YouTube thing to me. So I'm just marking up there, and I didn't really need to mark that. All I needed to do was just run the saw right down the centre of this. My angle shots are getting a bit better, look. I'm learning, but what I will do is I'll stay true to you all. I'm not going to become one of these big-time YouTube Charlies, have a fancy tool wall and all this kind of stuff. You're my people, and never forget that. So I'm just running this through. Now this is going to be a French cleat system. Now I've never done a project, although it's not a massive project, but it's more of an intricate sort of project. You've seen big tool walls with French cleats and that. This is more of a small, slimmed down version of that, and I did at times find it tricky just to get me dimensions right, cutting the angles and stuff like that. Just because I'm learning, I made a few mistakes on this video, and I'm happy to make them mistakes because I'll learn, and next time I'll know better. My push block there my push stick, block, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be making a few of them, so if anybody wants one, drop me a comment. My website should be up and running, and I'm going to make a few of these Monday, Tuesday, and I'll put them on my website. I don't know what to charge for them. It won't be much. It'll be plus shipping, and you know, bear in mind I'm in the UK, so if you're in the US, Canada or Europe, it's going to be a bit more for shipping, and I do apologise for that, but that's just out of my control. So here again, I'm just cutting the 45s on this. There'll be different ways of doing this, I suppose. So just drop me a comment if you can tell me, and I can pass that on to other people, how to do this simpler. That'll be, you know, advice took on board, and I'll love to hear that advice. I've seen other people do it, and you know, when I've gone to do it, it's like gone a bit wrong. I mean, you can see there on the end of that little bit there where I tried running it through one way, and it went wrong. But I'm going to chop that end off anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. So that's it all cut up to the relative sizes that I want. There's all like little bits with this. It's all bits, so that's what makes it a bit complex. And here he is, Stanley. His mummy's got him there. He's got to have his sort of 5 minute up like that. It's like having a little baby. So here we go, this lat system. So at the beginning, I weren't going to do the French cleat system, but then I thought about it and I thought I could make it more interesting, more commercial, more easier to sell, add value to the project, which in the end I think I've done. If you disagree with me, let me know, but I think I have. So I'm just cutting a few 45s here. You'll see what these are for in a little while. Just the little tiny blocks I want of the 45, not the long pieces. I do love my Makita, but I think I said on the other video, I'm looking to get the cordless version. Somebody suggested the Evolution with the 2 batteries. And it's not because there's anything wrong with this Makita, it'll still last a while. It's just the constraints of my workspace here. When I had me antiques warehouse, I could have all this machinery in there because it was big enough. But we come out of there due to some sort of problems we had with the people that owned the building. So here's my pocket hole jig. It's one from Rutland's. It's probably not the best in the world, but it does me. And as the time I'm filming this video, Rutland's, I've got an offer on these. That I'm not sponsored by them in any way. I've had my run-ins with them in the past. So, but they've got them for £50 as this video is being screened. So if you're quick, you can do it. So, you know, we're in sort of the second week of August here when this video goes out. So just have a look at them if you're in the UK. Just set it to 20mm because the boards I'm putting the pocket holes in is 20mm there. It's all nice construction. It just seems a bit thin. I am going to mount it on a board when I get round to it. And the instructions say put a 2p piece down and put that through. And I thought it were a bit odd, but it just seems to work okay. So I ain't got a problem with that. There you go, 2p piece. I don't know what that would equate to, the same thickness. I think it's about 2mm or 3mm thick. So I've already got that set up anyway with the stock collar. I had it from the previous projects because it was the same size board, which allowed me to go into a 20mm board. Now this has got dust extraction, and the good thing about it's got a magnetic thing on the back for the dust port. And then when the dust is pulling it pulls the board onto it, so it works out really well. It'll do me for now while I'm learning this pocket hole jig. I quite enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing the first project I did with it. It was just that what I found was maybe I should have done the pocket holes a bit more where they couldn't be seen. And so it's just a learning curve just to wrap your sort of head round it. A bit of Japanese saw action. for the life of me, I don't know why this board come out not the right size, so I'm just trimming it using the Japanese pull saw. If you can get your hands on one of these, please do. They are good, they're fantastic. I do highly recommend them. I've gone from the Western style saws to the Japanese saws. I just find them a lot easier to use. Being a beginner, maybe, I don't know if that's the way it is. I know a lot of you out there prefer the Western style saws, which is all well and good. I mean, not to say that I won't use one again. It's just I've got these, I'm going to use them. So here's where I changed it, and I thought I'm going to do it all like a French cleat system. The French cleats I was cutting previous to this, you seen earlier on in the video, was the holder to hold it onto the wall. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to make the racking into a French cleat system. So here we go, I'm just running that through. I ain't got a clue why I'm showing you that there. What I'm doing is I'm knocking the edges off, the sharp bit off the edges. I've seen where if sometimes you put the French cleats together, sometimes they can be out, and it can be to do with the wood, and it allows for movement and all this kind of stuff. So if you just knock them sharp edges off, it allows for movement and lining up things better and all that kind of stuff. That's what I've been told. I don't know if that's right or not, but in the end it works. So another bit of Japanese saw action here. Here's my other little Japanese saw. I love this one. This is my favourite one. And as you can see there, I'm no expert in doing this. I maybe should have clamped this down. I'm all over the place with sawing. But practice makes perfect. So that's what we've all got to learn. And I'm the same. I'm the same as you here. I'm just a beginner, hobbyist. And it's, you know, all practice. As and when I'm getting into the groove with this, and off camera, I was cutting up some more. And as the more I was doing it, the easier it was becoming. I was getting sort of sidetracked, thinking push instead of pull. These are pull saws. So that's all that cut up. And it's now time for sanding with my Max T sander, another good piece of kit. If you can save up to get one, you know, that's what I did with this. It's brilliant, piece of brilliant. Now I've got this 3M Cubreton stuff extract sandpaper. Now, as the time I'm speaking here on the video, I have used it, and my assumption is of this thing, this sandpaper is, I didn't like it, and I'm being perfectly honest with you. I've seen videos on YouTube and elsewhere, people bigging it up, making it out like the dog's sort of bollocks sort of sandpaper, really good. And I'm being totally honest with you, after this project, I used it on another little project, which you'll see on Sunday, because I've near enough shot that video for that. And it's a little bit of wood, and it took two of them sanding pads. And I've used cheaper varieties. I'm not blaming the sander, I'm not blaming the way I'm doing it, because this is how I've always done it, and I've used this sander a long while now. And I just found it just weared away really quick. Now, I bought it off Amazon. I don't know if it's a bad batch or it's fake or something like that. I have sent an email to 3M. Whether they get back to me, I do not know. And I've tagged them in on Instagram, on my Instagram account. So whether they get back to me, I don't know. I just find it is not very good, to be perfectly honest with you. And a lot of people are saying it's the best thing ever. So I don't know. I don't know what's gone wrong with it. I haven't got a clue. Here he is, Stanley. Wondering what's going on. He's very nosy today. And here's Shelley's now going to go over it with 3 different colours of stain. What we're going to do with this project, because it is for the home. And I want to stage it right for photographs for my social media and for my website. I want to stage it and make it look like stand out. But you can put any stain, any paint on you want. Them pocket holes you won't see will be at the back, so that's something I've learned. Make sure you don't see them. But just look how easy that stain glides over that wood. It's ever so good, this stain. I recommend this, the Morels, and I recommend the Polyvine stains, the water-based Polyvine. That's another good stain, but with this, we just used the spirit-based stain. There was a lot of parts, and I wanted to get it done quickly for the video, and I know it's good quality stuff, so that's why I've used it. And we've got loads of it, the colour range. We've got a big colour range of it. So here I'm just doing the back of the frame, attaching the French cleat for the thing for the back. Just driving some screws in. Let me know where you're all from. I ask that every video and what projects you're up to. And if you won't mind subscribing to the channel, that would be fantastic. And there you go, fits like a glove perfectly. So I've just made a little jig here to line everything up so I can get the gaps right and line them edges up. All it is a pencil mark at one end, and it's the right size gap to get the other bits of the thing into the French cleat system, the other sections that I'm making. So a little bit of glue there, a bit tight there with the glue really. I should have put a bit more glue on. And then just line it up. And then just put a couple of brads in it, brad nails. And what I do off the video, which I've not took a clip of, is I just go over them brads with like a little tap with an hammer, just to, you know, make them go in a bit more. The glue and the brads will hold it sort of nice. And here's it's sort of like nearly finished. Shelley's going over it now just to clean it up and tidy it up, make it look sort of 100%. So she'll go over it all, and that second coat of stain there, what she's doing, just highlights it and brings it up a lot better. So I'm just measuring it here. I'm just making sure everything's level with my little torpedo level. Don't look at the holes I've made there. I just drilled 2 holes in, but as long as I get it level, there's no harm done. When I do sell them sort of on the website, and everything will be bang on. So here he is playing with one of his toys. Just putting a few plugs in the wall. He's wondering what's going on. He's had enough of us. Now I'm just using the ratcheting screwdriver here just to get the right sort of torque. I didn't want to split wood. I didn't want to do anything like that. And that's the rack sitting up. It's bigger than it looks actually, and there's it's finished with the little shelves, and Shelley's dressed it well, and you can interchange that all over. It looks stunning. It's my favourite project by far, and I absolutely love it. Let me know in the comments what you think of it, what I should have done differently, and I will see you on the next video, which will be on Sunday night. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. You're all amazing, and I will see you again.